Welcome back to Project Jaden.
Today we are visiting the Ripley's Aquarium here at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now I'm visiting Myrtle Beach not to see this penguin, but to visit some family. My grandparents are visiting down here, so we drove up from Florida to spend a little week with them. Now I've been to Myrtle Beach once a long time ago with my dad, but we never went to this Ripley's Aquarium, so I'm not quite sure what we are going to see. I did notice that they have this all-new goldfish realm. Walking inside here, it looks like they have some different ship theming, and of course, some different hanging sharks. And some type of crocodile-like skeleton. It almost looks like a mosasaurus. And look at this little wet floor sign themed as a shark fin. This is the coolest wet floor sign I've ever seen anywhere. We've got some sea urchins here and their little yellow fellow. Oh, and we've also got some cardinal fish here on the left. They have those at Epcot, and they also have these little needlefish there.
Yeah, lots of characters so far.
Yeah, they are checking us out.
So cute. Keep it up.
And this here is Cheddar the lobster, as well as his little shrimp neighbors having a meal. Looks like you got some guys here waiting to rope drop the Krusty Krab. And I almost didn't even notice all these lobsters hanging out in the rocks here. What? Now this aquarium not only has fish, but it also has penguins. And they set up this little tunnel for you to get up close and personal with the fish and the penguins. Unfortunately, it looks like there are 2 entrances, so it's a little hard to time it without showing up in the middle of this dome with a child. So I think I'm going to skip out on this one.
Once they get out. And then you can see the penguins in there too.
And now it is time to enter the new goldfish realm. We saw a few ads for this area, so we are quite excited to see what they have to offer. Looks like this first tank here has a few fancy goldfish in it. It also looks like the tank is pretty good size. Everybody looks happy and healthy. We actually worry about the goldfish a little bit more than some of the other fish because it is very common that they are not taken care of properly. But looks like here at Ripley's, they know what they're doing. I mentioned we are visiting some family this trip, and here is my sister enjoying the koi viewing area, which koi are not actually goldfish, but they are carp, so I suppose they are all part of the same family. And over here we have some of my favorite type of goldfish, the ranchus. They just look like little nuggets, you know? Little McDonald's chicken nuggets. And these fellers over here are the black telescope goldfish, named that because their eyes are sort of popping out of their head. Sydney used to have one of these. Shout out to Gibby. And apparently there's a robot fish here. This is interesting. Okay, it looks like he's not the best swimmer. He keeps bumping into the sides of the tank. But he's doing all right. Robotic fish at the aquarium. The future is now, people. Now this is what I would call a goldfish realm. Oh, over here we have the red piranha. Very sparkly killer. Man, they've got some pretty good theming over in this area too. I think that this fella is called a pacu. He has a very cute face. now we are going into Rainbow Rock. They've got some lionfish. These are actually invasive, at least in Florida. I'm not sure about over here in South Carolina. There's a lot of colorful coral here. That's probably why they call it Rainbow Rock. And earlier we saw some penguins at this aquarium. Well, they also have sloths in the Sloth Valley. The theming in this room might be the best I've seen yet. Feels like I'm standing in line at like Everest or Kilimanjaro Safari over at Animal Kingdom. We've got some offices here. Very cool. Here they are, just hanging out in some indoor trees. And it looks like there's a fish in their water dish. I don't know if he's supposed to be there or not. And now it's time for the shark-infested waters. But of course, we're safe in this tube here. Looks like we've got some white-tipped sharks swimming around together. It seems like this shark area is kind of themed like we are in a sunken ship looking out into the ocean. Speaking of which, here's a shark cage that's sunk to the bottom. Cooper could be hiding behind any of these rocks. We've got a saw shark laying in the sand. Above this tank, they actually do glass bottom boat tours. I've never seen that at an aquarium before, but you can see them overhead there. Looks like these critters are getting fed now. We got some eels down here getting ready to get some of their food. And we've got some pufferfish swimming around. This next area is called the Living Gallery. They've got some rays overhead. I feel like I've heard this music. Look, it's Peppermint Boy. Peppermint Larry! This tank here is filled with glowfish, which are fish that have been dyed to glow in the black light. If you look closely, it looks like an octopus is curled up in the corner over there. And now it is time for the Ray Bay. Looks like we've got plenty of stingray swimming around here. They almost look like some type of flying horses galloping around the sand fields. some reason, we have an iguana in the ray bay. Not sure if I'd classify an iguana as a ray or even part of the ray family. It's still very cute to see. They've even got some fake iguanas on the side of the wall here. This little feller's hanging out on the glass for us. And it looks like we've got a skink in here, another type of lizard. And they've even got tortoises. Lots of different animals here in the Ray Bay. Like for instance, here's some axolotls.
Oh, there's another one, okay. There's one right here too. A little pink one.
And we got some big tree frog fellows on the wall. These guys always make me think of the Rainforest Cafe with their big red eyes. And it looks like our last lizard will be this bearded dragon enjoying basking on his ledge. Over here you can actually see some ray from above and see one of those glass bottom boat tours we were talking about earlier. And now it's time for the last stop. Planet Jellies! This is like a space-themed jellyfish room, I guess, since jellyfish are very alien-like. We've got some very cool lighting and music going on in here, very space-themed. This might actually be my favorite. And of course, to start off this room, we've got some moon jellyfish. And then we've got some cute, smaller jellyfish. And then these upside down ones that I have never seen before. These guys are very interesting. Over here we've got a very cool jelly orb, with water pouring over the outside of it. We ended up exiting out of the gift shop and we picked up a couple of pins. Hope you guys enjoyed this trip to the Ripley's Aquarium. I know that we did. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you had fun with us today. And we'll see you next time on Project Jaden.
Imagine if you jumped in, how many of them would probably bite you?